Good morning, Cards. Welcome back to News from the Nest. I'm Rose.
And I'm Sadie. Today is March 27th and a PM Cards Day.
Congrats to those whose IXL scores went up. You'll get to have block parties in your math and English classes today.
This weekend will be the last few shows of Shrek, the musical. And in case you missed it, here's some highlights.
Life is but a witch hunt. Mama bear, mama's into mud, mama's into stress. They ridicule my hat. They said let me go back.
They labeled me a fashion mess because I wore a granny dress.
Listen, I will be out of your silky hair just as soon as you give me my swamp back.
Your swamp.
Yes, where you took those fairy tale creatures?
There's a princess in a tower. Oh my gosh, that's just like me. Or Rapunzel needs a haircut, but the witch won't set her free.
Take the car park into your swamp back. No, oh man, what could be better than this? No one ever, 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 ever was rescue me. No, this isn't right. I'm supposed to be rescued by my true love. You gotta make up. You gotta make up.
Ooh, mercy.
And upcoming news, spring break is next week.
Anyone interested in joining News from the Nest next year, visit Miss Nunley for an application.
Also, all juniors and seniors, today is the last day to buy a prom ticket for $25 from Miss Taylor.
After spring break, prices raised to $50, so don't wait.
School's finally almost done, with our last day on May 21st and graduation at 3:30 on May 23rd.
Now let's head over to Keeping Up with the Cards to see what crimes you guys will get away with.
Who am I here with?
Peyton.
Peyton, if you could commit one crime, what would it be?
Probably like stealing a piece of candy.
Chocolate?
Nah, lollipop.
Oh, okay.
Who am I here with?
Stephanie Smallwood.
If you were to commit a crime and get away with it, what would it be?
Stealing.
What would you steal?
Probably a Norman Reedus poster.
Okay.
Who am I here with?
Titus Moore.
If you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would it be?
Probably like robbery.
Where would you rob?
A bank.
Which bank?
Any bank. I just want money. I'm broke.
Who am I here with?
Daniel.
If you could commit a crime, what would you commit?
Stealing.
Okay, like stealing what? Something like big, like going to a mall and like
Everything in the mall.
I bet. Who am I here with?
Mallory.
Mallory. If you could commit a crime, what would you commit?
Stealing a car.
Ooh, Grand Theft Auto. That's a good one.
Who am I here with?
Keegan.
And if you were to commit a crime, what would it be?
Probably theft.
What would you steal?
The entirety of Hollister's store.
Who am I here with?
Reagan Hodges.
Reagan. If you could commit a crime, what would you commit?
Piracy, because some things just should be stolen and corporations are greedy.
Who am I here with?
Jackson Sizemore.
Jackson, if you could commit a crime, what would you do?
Speeding really fast, never obeying the speed limit.
Who am I here with?
Amanda Brett.
Miss Brett. If you could commit a crime, what would you commit?
I plead the fifth.
All right.
Who am I here with?
Tim Thompson.
And if you were to commit a crime, what would it be?
Rob a bank.
How much money would you steal?
All
What bank?
of it.
Who am I here with?
Bobby Grimes.
If you had to commit a crime, what would it be?
Petty theft.
What would you steal?
Your heart.
Ooh.
Waylon Joseph.
And if you were to commit a crime, what would it be?
Probably vandalizing somebody's car.
Whose car?
There's people in the parking lot that don't know how to drive.
Who am I here with?
Jonah Lewis.
If you were to commit a crime and get away with it, what would it be?
Hunting without a hunting license.
What would you hunt?
A deer.
Bridger, if you could commit a crime, what would you commit?
I'd probably steal a truck.
Who am I here with?
Drew Allen.
Drew, if you had to commit one crime, what would you commit?
Probably steal a moon.
Who am I here with?
Braden Cassidy.
If you were to commit a crime and get away with it, what would it be?
I'd say jaywalking.
Where would you like to jaywalk?
Anywhere I go, I run these streets.
Like the interstate?
Something like that.
It's not very safe.
I do it my own way.
Okay, hopefully stay safe.
Who am I here with?
Noah.
If you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would it be?
I would say speeding.
Why?
I don't know. It just seems inconvenient to get pulled over.
Who am I here with?
Daxton.
Jackson, if you could commit one crime, what would it be?
Speeding.
Why?
Because I like to drive really fast.
Who am I here with?
Isaiah Robinson.
If you were to commit a crime and get away with it, what would it be?
Drive illegally.
You can't drive now?
I'll be driving soon. It don't matter.
Okay, that's good.
Who am I here with?
Alex Looney.
And if you were to commit a crime, what would it be?
Probably racketeering.
Can you explain that for me?
It's kind of like you, just like, I mean, it's, I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Hey Cards, welcome back to Dirty Bird Sports. I'm Caden.
And I'm Aubrey. Let's get our rundown of last week's sports.
The track and field team has been busy this past week. Last Saturday, they competed in the Cardinal Classic, where they took the win with the girls scoring 116 and the boys scoring 105. Then Tuesday, they traveled to Whitley County, where both teams again took home first place. Finally, they traveled to Madison Central yesterday, coming out on top yet again. They wrap up their week tonight at Pulaski County Invitational Meet. Good luck to all of our track athletes.
The baseball team had a game on Monday against Leslie County where they won 13-1. Then they traveled to East Jessamine on Thursday where they won 4-3. They play Pulaski County on Saturday at 12 at the Cumberlands. Good luck, guys.
The softball team defeated Southwestern 10-0 on Monday and Madison Southern 7-3 on Tuesday. They played Perry County Central on Thursday where they won 8-0. They play North Laurel tonight at North at 6. Show up and show out.
Good luck to the bass fishing team in their tournament on Saturday.
Congratulations to Marley Hell and Joe Miracle for being Student Athletes of the Week. See you next Friday.
God bless.
And go Cards.
Hey Sadie, what crimes would you get away with?
Probably like stealing the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile.
Anyways, that's all for this week's episode.
Stay safe and have a great spring break.
Go Cards!
Today is March 27th and BM
and BM Cards. Okay.
Ollie's still the moon.
Hey, I'm the moon.
If you were to commit a crime... Wait, what?
Because I like to drive fast.
Fast.